What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Sunday afternoon. Reason for the video is I wanted to do a reaction to Frank Tufano's Wildfire conspiracies. But before I begin, folks, do you know what a hoss is? A hoss is a pig that don't fly straight. And Frank Tufano is one of the biggest hosses that I know. So let's take a look and see what he says about the wildfires.
Yesterday I was in my apartment smelling fire and I thought like I left something on the stove, and then I walked outside and it looked like the apocalypse, and it still looks pretty bad today, but apparently there's wildfires in Canada and the wind blew those fumes conveniently over one of the most populated areas in the United States.
There's no such thing as conveniently over any state as far as wildfire smoke is concerned. It's gonna blow where the wind blows it.
Which is the Mid-Atlantic Northeast region. As much as I would love to believe that was an act of God, it was unusually not windy yesterday, and there's barely any wind today. So if the wind was powerful and strong enough to get those fires over here, I don't know, something's not adding up. And
Frank, the wind doesn't have to be at hurricane levels. The wind can be a very light breeze in order to blow smoke over. Okay? I mean, this isn't the smoke is not a freaking sailboat, seriously. Let's continue.
And what also doesn't make any sense is that's in combination with one of the worst years for pollen, like on record. Like people's allergies and their overall sinus and congestion health has been horrendous, horrendous, horrendous. I usually have allergies bad for like 1 or 2 weeks out of the year, but this year it's still bad. Like waking up congested with a headache every single day. So, is this part of them just trying to make everyone sick as hell and miserable?
Like I said, folks, Haas, pig that don't fly straight. Basically, he's saying the wildfires are a conspiracy, and pollen is a conspiracy. I want y'all to take notice. He's saying that the wildfires are a conspiracy and the pollen, as if the government can control wildfire smoke and pollen levels.
Continue that, who knows? But, I was reading through the YouTube climate denial policy and all that stuff, and to my understanding, that's for that's just for the advertisements and the ad revenue. But it's not really worth risking being able to tell the truth about that stuff online, because we know the government has capabilities and technology to modify the weather. It's called geoengineering, which is technically the legitimate version of chemtrails. So we all know our government would never do anything to harm the general populace.
Frank, as far as the government harming the population, that's just relative. But the one thing that they do not have control over is the weather. As far as geoengineering is concerned, the purpose of that is to get rain in areas of drought, essentially. That's why they're doing the geoengineering. There's no nefarious purposes with it, and that most of that stuff is done by private companies anyway. Uh, I mean, you're a freaking weirdo, I mean, there's no, this isn't GI Joe. There's no weather dominator or anything like that. I don't think he's even old enough to know what the weather dominator or has ever seen one episode of GI Joe.
Government would never do anything to benefit themselves, so there's no reason that we shouldn't trust them with this technology in their hands, right? It's bad. Dude, people are literally saying, like, stay inside if you have stay inside if you have congestive issues. We just blew smoke from Canada all over you guys. You know what works really well with? This is a 5 grams antenna right across from the house I'm currently staying at. That was conveniently pointing a signal at my head
Frank, it's a good thing that I've worked at Verizon for so long. Frank, that's an omnidirectional antenna. It's not pointed, it's pointed everywhere. You freaking idiot. It's not conveniently pointed at your head, it's pointed everywhere to give people cellular service.
But the point of me bringing that up is the level of technology the government has. Most people aren't going to understand that they can literally like put thoughts in your mind and make you angry and do all sorts of crazy stuff. It's almost like the world is this big game to them, and they don't really care about
The government can control your thoughts. Hoss!
us, let alone. It's just fucking crazy. It's just honestly crazy. It's honestly crazy when you think about it. Like they're spraying pollen in the air to make people fucking get sick from allergies, and then blowing smoke so no one can breathe, and then frying everyone's brains with these Wi-Fi EMF devices while not saying a word about it. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's not as bad today, but you know it's funny because like the weather says it's gonna be sunny outside, yet the whole cloud is just gray haze smoke. It actually doesn't look as bad as it did yesterday. Like there was honestly like it looked like there was smoke in all the trees and everything. And if you look down, it's still a little bit hazy, but it's a little better today than it was last night. So I'll show you guys a few things you can do to some.
Yes, that's called dissipation, okay? It's called dissipation.
Want to alleviate the damage from the smoke inhalation. First is make sure you're grounding, which greatly reduces the oxidative stress. I'll show you guys this. We got the ground wire plugged in outside here. I mean, you could actually physically ground outside with the ground or a tree, but I've been plugging myself inside. I mean, I don't know how much of a difference it makes.
He's grounded the house. Literally. Richard, excuse me, Frank. Well, actually, technically Richard almost, because he would actually believe stuff like this. Frank, you don't need to ground the house. Houses are already grounded to prevent thunderstorms.
But I have like an air conditioner has a carbon filter in it, so I got air from outside blowing into the apartment that is passing through a filter. And then I showed you guys the filters we have in another air quality video I did. I have this running, and then I have the other one in there running. And then this is the plug that I ground into every day. Yeah, so you definitely want to be grounding. Even if you're outside in the smoke, it's probably better to be grounded than to be inside in the stuffy air. The other thing that's really important, if you can, is to have some air filters and stuff running. I know most people can't just get their hands on that right now. I'm sure like all the stores immediately sold out.
No, the stores haven't immediately sold out. You can get them at Amazon. You can get them at Lowe's. I've been in every store and everything. Again, you're an idiot.
If you have like EMF Wi-Fi protection stuff, that's another very important thing because you want to reduce.
What does EMF protection have anything to do with wildfires? I mean, seriously. If the EMF stuff actually worked, it's supposed to prevent electromagnetic stuff. At least that's what you blabber about. Wildfire smoke, there's nothing electrical about it.
It's the overall oxidative stress on your body. Because like if you're inhaling smoke and doing stuff, if you reduce the other ones, you should feel fine and be okay. I sleep in the bed canopy, I'm grounding every day. And also very significant is the diet, which we've gone over many, many times. If you're following a liver detox diet, that will take stress off the liver, allow your body to heal and do other stuff. And for the nasal flush, I take some of the iodine from organ supplements, and I...
Here we go, folks. This is the point of the video, just to sell some more of his crap. Look how he conveniently puts his little lip balm stuff there, too. Or, excuse me, hair gel. Or whatever that is. This is what this video is all about. He spouts some crazy stuff. Next thing you know, he's now going to be hawking products, such as his grounding and his EMF shielding and stuff.
Put some of it in this glass bottle of water, and then I just flush my nose with it. We have a video on that if you guys want the full procedure. I mean, yesterday wasn't that bad, but today, like, my eyes are so dry, and I woke up with a bad headache, so maybe we should file a class action lawsuit against the U.S. government, right? For not protecting us from the sounds. Yeah, I'm actually not that okay with my headphones.
This motherfucker wants to go and file a class action lawsuit against the U.S. government for not protecting him against wildfire smoke. Literally.
It hurts. Where are those oxygen machines from? You know what? When you actually need them, right? That's my little rant for today, guys. I haven't really had the brain capacity or energy to do a whiteboard video with
You've never had any brain capacity to begin with, you know. Literally, you're a nutcase.
my current sleeping ability. But we're moving soon, so hopefully another month or two, and then it'll get better. We've done some videos on climate and stuff in the past, but I told you guys I've been trying to stay away from the topic, and when I do talk about it, I can't like really go into it that much and give a lot of detail because of the censorship and stuff. But if you guys want to support me, you can go to Frank
Well, if they were censoring you, they would have taken down this silly video by now.
Tufano.com and check out all of my businesses. So when the apocalypse does actually come, I'll give you guys a good price on meat when everyone else is sold out. And please drop a like on the video.
Folks, that's what a hoss is. A hoss is a pig that don't fly straight. Thought I'd give a little bit of entertainment today. But that's all I got to say for right now. And we'll be doing live reaction videos pretty soon, starting next week. Don't forget, we'll be starting some of the live streams earlier. Either that or just like Earl Grey Tuesday, we'll run them until midnight. But until then, enjoy your Sunday. Peace and soul.